Newsfirst has continuously reported on the decline of SriLankan Airlines coupled with increasing debt of the institution caused by decisions taken with no long-term impact. The situation could not be turned around despite the appointment of a new board of directors and officials to the country's national carrier since the inception of the good governance government. Against this backdrop, 3 Airbus A330s that were purchased in the view of upgrading the fleet of aircraft have been handed over to a Turkish airline under wet lease agreement.
The initial memorandum of understanding prepared for the lease of the Airbus A330s is flawed on a number of grounds. First, the agreement does not include any information on who will bear the cost of fueling the aircraft. It also does not include any details on which party is supposed to pay for the landing charges of the aircraft. In an inquiry made by Newsfirst, an official of SriLankan Airlines said this is only the preliminary agreement and a number of other details are to be included. However, the fact that important aspects of the agreement, such as which party should bear the cost of fueling the aircraft, gives rise to suspicion.
If these aircraft are leased like this, we will have to stop our operations to a number of destinations. If these operations are halted, flights to locations like Hong Kong, which have been operating for about 30 to 35 years, will have to be stopped. This cannot continue like this for long. Decisions must be taken on what destinations we are flying to and what aircraft we will be using and follow a proper plan. If not, this national carrier will be lost to the nation.
Following concerns raised over the losses that could be caused to the country owing to the agreements that were highlighted by trade unions, a group of officials of SriLankan Airlines have left to Turkey for further observations. According to the agreement, all costs of future discussions should be borne by the relevant party. Therefore, all costs of the officials of SriLankan Airlines who left for the discussions in Turkey should also be borne by SriLankan Airlines. It is undoubtedly a sad state of affairs that SriLankan Airlines is being managed by a group of officials who have to hold multiple rounds of discussions to reach an agreement after flaws in the initial agreement are only discovered after trade unions highlighted the issues. Such incidents purport to show either the lack of knowledge or lack of interest by the officials. With the lease of these 3 aircraft, the only aircraft in the SriLankan Airlines fleet are 3 A330s which are over 18 years old.